In this last part of the video, let's talk about findings, a recommendation that we have for Puppet Discovery team, and finally some suggestions to sysadmins. While this part 5 is for technical users, towards the end of the video, the last 1 minute is applicable for all users. Demo was given using PD 1.3. Halfway through the demo, could see that PD team had released 1.4 either on August 21st night or 22nd morning. I updated to 1.4 at the end of demo. Noticed two issues with 1.3. Out of the two, verified that one is resolved in 1.4. Other one may still continue to be a minor issue, but definitely it's not a showstopper. Then we have one recommendation for PD team and a very useful feature. Let's talk about this. Here is the first item. In 1.3, we couldn't able to stop service running on Windows using PD's start-stop task. With the same security group settings, after 1.4 update, could able to stop Windows service successfully. When you go for PD, go with the 1.4 or the latest version available at that time. Now let's talk about the second one. If you go to PD Docs, you can see configuration overrides under managing discovery section. Here you would see a command to override some of the default configuration settings or default behavior. It goes as Puppet Discovery config set override key value. Here it lists a bunch of keys that you can use along with the command and other applicable values for each of these keys. The first one, controller interval. You could use this in the key and specify the value. By default, PD controller runs at every 30 minutes and discovers your resources, updates info at its end as needed. At one point I wanted to change it to 5 minutes. I used this command in 1.3. It didn't change PD run to 5 minutes. With 1.4, still same issue exists. It ignores the override and still runs at every 30 minutes once. I'm not sure if we are the only one experiencing based on our environment, but definitely this is not a showstopper. Next one is about a nice to have feature. What I'm about to show you was recorded with PD 1.3, just so to make sure verify the same behavior with 1.4. At this time, based on what I had seen, PD doesn't show the libraries within application archivals. This would be really nice feature to have. Let me show you what I'm talking. Under my Agent 512 demo node, I have Apache web server. That takes me to my test application. I also have Tomcat running here. This is default Tomcat page, and this also default Tomcat sample application. I took this one and copied this var into a test app var and downloaded a tiles API and added those APIs into this particular var file. Let me explode that var and show it to you. So under my apt Tomcat web apps folder, I have sample.var, test.var. This is my Agent 512 node. Private DNS is IP 172.26.445. That's the one we connected to. And here you could see under the apt Tomcat web apps, there is a test.var. Let's copy this into a different folder and explode. My home directory, I don't have anything here. I'm gonna create a temp directory. I just copied the temp.var into this I just copied the test.var into this temp folder. I am exploding that var. If you see under the web-inf lib, I have quite some jars. Most of them belongs to the Tiles Apache project. Tiles request API, Tiles blah blah blah. Right. Let's go back again to PD console and search for this tiles. As you can see, I don't see those jar files here. Obviously, PD displays all the packages that are outside of var EAR kind of archival files. It doesn't show application libraries, jar files inside the archival file. If anyone were to, for instance, add Struts framework libraries inside an EAR file, we are not going to see that from PD package listing. If there are any framework and other application dependencies that are not part of core application code, obviously, cleaner approach is to keep them outside of archival file. That way, it's easy to manage and cost effective with the targeted regression test during changes. But this is one mistake I see in many places, where dev team packages all dependencies, sometimes even frameworks, into archival file. Just add them all into one EAR file. It would be so great if Puppet Discovery team can take this recommendation and add this nice to have feature in the upcoming versions. That will give a lot of value to this product. I know many places that would benefit from such feature. Puppet Discovery seems to be a good product. I'm sure it's going to evolve a lot as they progress through their roadmap to include features such as to discover network resources. When you plan to go for Puppet Discovery, start with an evaluation. I'm sure obviously you would do it. Try to have security certs applied in PD nodes and in other relevant nodes where you need to discover. In essence, mimic your prod, other relevant environment in your proof of concept. Alrighty. That's all I have. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope this is useful to you. We'll see you all again at some other time with a different product. Until then, bye for now.